Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio with yours truly, Inzainia. In this episode, we are going to cover mostly the electrical side, the conservational solar panels and accumulators and all that good stuff, and we're going to use this whole area. Now what I've done is off screen is I've made a bunch of each. I've made 50 accumulators and I've made 30, 60, 70 solar panels. So what we're going to do is we're going to start tying them in. Now they are kind of a little bit different also. They need a little bit of a gap here and there in order to function because you have to tie them in with electric poles. So what I tend to do is go 2 like so, because see, they each have to be tied in, and that should be enough. And let's see what we can do with our electric poles. How can we do these? So we could only get 2, no more than 2, and that would work. I'm doing it like that. What about with the small poles? We could do it like that and go in between each group. So it'd be cheaper to use the small ones. So we'll use the small ones for now. Now you can condense these down with the really big electrical thing, which I can't even do. I can't even make one yet. But there is another one right here that makes these the substations, which the supplier is 14 by 14. Now the ones that we're using now are 6 by 6 or 5 by 5, and our biggest ones are 7 by 7. So it's basically double this, twice that big. So you go out double that, half as much around. So you could literally, I mean, you figure that much, it's that big. You could put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7. Yeah, about, because it'll be 14. So exactly, because each one of them's 2 slots. You could put 7 in a row and then 7 high. In a cube around one. So you could get a lot more in there, but you know, we'll just do it like we're doing it and get the old accumulators going in the first place. Alright, so then we'll go up 1 because you got to have a gap. Or well, no, I guess we really don't, do we? Not leaving them in rows like that, we don't need a gap. No sir, we don't. So the only gap we need is separating each group. So we're going to get all these down. This ain't many. This is probably about 1/3 as many as I had in my other place, but it's some to start with to give you a general idea what's going on. So what we'll do is we'll get a little closer first. Don't be shy. Get a little closer with David Extra Dry. Alright, make me some poles, monkey. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Alright, this will work for all of these. And plus it'll tie it in. And we're going to tie it in down here, which is kind of unnecessary, but I want these guys to be tied in multiple places. That way, just in case a biter gets through somewhere and I happen to be unable to stop them, these accumulators are tied into my electric system in 3 different ways. Now, I really need to redo this whole electric system. And the way that I like to do it is have one electrical system running, or actually multiple lines, but have it running down through the middle of everything. And then that ties into my main power, and then have lines coming off of that going to everything, because the way it stands right now, if I break this line and this line, everything over here, well, no it don't now that I've tied it in multiple places, but it just makes it neater. Now you don't have to do that. Again, there's a lot of stuff that you can do in this game. You don't have to. A lot of it's cosmetic, that being one. But now we have, let's see, if we go over here and look at our lines, we can see how much we have. We have 250,000 joules of accumulator capacity, and they're all full. Now that's, like I said, I'm leaving a lot of room because I'm going to put solar panels up here and come straight down with them and fill up all of this area, because I totally plan to take these accumulators. Oh, bullet damage too. I was doing some offside, research, stuff that don't matter, that you guys didn't need to necessarily see. bullet damage is one of the good ones for your gun. There's others. Let's see, flammables opens up. Let's do that. Flamethrower, rocket research, or I mean, yeah, the flamethrower. Wait a second, did I even look? Yeah, that's green and red. Okay, it's still good. We can do that. So what we need to do is we need a bunch more of these accumulators. I'll tell you that now. I will end up building this row of accumulators, build this up probably to about here. All of that full of accumulators. So about 4 times what I've got now. And then what I'll do is come over here and start building solar panels and placing these guys and doing the same thing that I was just doing. Basically just filling space with them. If I could get another one there, I'd put one there, but I can't. So, alright, and that's high enough. And you can just hold the button, hold the right click, and scroll up. Do the same thing over here. Whoops. Now this one, we got to look, because I don't know how far it'll get through. See, and it's not. So these we might have to use the big ones. It only gets one. So, let's see. I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to gap each row of these. Yep, that makes sense. We're going to have to gap each row. In other words, have a gap in each row.
Research complete.
Flammables. What is this? Explosives. Gives me landmines and rockets, which I don't really care about. That's the other. I don't need that fast yet. I don't need a substation yet. Tool belt. Add second quick bar is especially useful when storing capsules. Yeah, it is useful, but I'll worry about that later. Lab efficiency. What is this? Your lab speed bonus plus something %. All right, inserter stack size. This is really important when we start doing the train work, but not really until then. Let's go ahead and research flamethrower. All right, so we'll end up going like that, like that. Like that, like that, like that, and like that, and I'll end up putting one more there. Alright, so let's go check. So let's fix this one. That way we get, they're all the same.
Research complete.
Well, that was pretty quick. We'll make us a flamethrower. Flamethrowers are pretty cool. Let's get into some modules too. That's 50-50. Good. Yeah, everything looks right now. Alright, so now then we'll run down with another row. Now, I know I'm putting a lot of these down, or it seems to be, but trust me, this really ain't that many. There we go. I don't want to cut into that in case I need to put some more, oh, that was just silly doing that. Come on, think, Zane, think. Alright, I'm just trying to use them all up because I've only got a few left. I'll end up picking some of these up later maybe to put accumulators down. Is that all that I have is one left? And I'll just leave that in my inventory. That's fine. Now what you're going to see is something else. It's kind of strange, but actually kind of cool. Is that these all tie into your main power, right? During the day, these are going to help me produce more power. Now, I don't need these as much as you need accumulators. Just a heads up. I mean, these do add to your power input during the day, but not as much. They're not as useful as accumulators unless you care about your car or your pollution footprint. If you don't care about your pollution, you don't need these. I mean, they're good to have because again, they do make it's a solid during the day. It's an increase in power. But if you don't care about if you don't really care about your pollution, then these are irrelevant. They really are. Because like, watch, I can tie into it now. I can look, and it'll show me that I'm producing almost 3 kilowatt hours or 3 kilowatts of power from my solar panels, and it's not even fully day. That's, as you notice, that'll start going up. And that's 3.4. If I watch a little while, it'll go up and up and up and up and up and up. 3.6, 3.7, and until I'm at the full peak of my day. Now I need a bunch more of these, and I can't make any because I need
research complete.
Whoops. I don't even know what I researched. Modules. Automation. This lets me do the big one right here. Now it's a 2 assembly machines, 2 and 4 speed modules to use this one, and the crafting speed is the big deal. This one doesn't use any more components. This one will make anything that you can make, but it, in the crafting speed, how fast it creates stuff is so much faster. That's the key point on that. Now let's go in here. We need blue for that. So what about laser turret shooting speed? We need blue for them. Gun turret we don't care about. Shotguns I don't use. You can use them, but I don't. That's for a beacon. I don't really use beacons. You can put a beacon down in the middle of a bunch of factories. Like I could put a beacon here and it's got a radius. And then the beacon allows you to put these modules in it, and these modules affect the how well the factories produce. Some increase more pollution. Some increase throughput, productivity. And this one right here, the effectivity, if you click on it, you can look and see, decreases energy consumption of the machine. Minimum energy consumption is minus 80%. That's all that one does, is makes that machine use less power. It's kind of a waste, really, unless you're really trying to run green. This one, machine will create extra products at a cost of increased energy consumption. Energy consumption is plus 50%. So basically, for every one of these that you put in, now most of these machines, if you look, I don't know if I've ever showed you, but if you look in these machines, see there's modules. You can put modules in them. Now this is an assembly machine too, so it's only got 2 modules. The next one I think has 3 or 4. But I could put 2 of these modules. If I was to make some of them, I could put these modules in there. Now the speed one, it increases how fast it produces stuff. So if I was to put 2 of these in there, I'd end up with 40% bonus speed. So almost 50% increase on how fast it makes something. So for every 3 that it would have, or for every for every 2 that it would have made from now on it'll make 3 type deal. I guess is how it works out. If I'm doing my math right, I don't know. Something like that, though. You get an extra 1 for every 2 that you would have gotten. So you get every 2 you do, you get a free one. Basically, it works that fast. And that's kind of the way that productivity works. Productivity gives you free stuff. The machine will create extra products at a cost of increased energy consumption. Energy consumption is plus 50%. Productivity is plus 5%. So for every one of these that you add in there, you get plus 5% productivity. For every one that they make, you get that 5% bonus. When that 5% bonus hits 100%, you get a free one, whatever you were making. So if I'm making productivity modules and I've got 2 of them in there, that's plus 10%. So for every one that I make, I'd get 10% increase. So after I made 10, I would get a free one. So I would get 11. That last one would give me 2. So if you make 20, then you would get 22. It's not a big deal until you get into the stuff that's really expensive to make, like your Defender capsules and Guardian, not Guardian, I think it's the Defender capsules, either the Defender or the Guardian, I can't remember, one of the 2, that are really expensive, the materials, because you need to use the science packs, the purple science packs. What that will do is allow you to get free ones, and you can put these in the machines, and then you can put these in beacons, and you can stack beacons around the machine, so that basically for every few that you make, you end up getting a free one. I don't tend to worry about it too much because you end up getting enough materials that you don't have to really try and be sneaky. I end up using the speed modules most. Yeah, the speed modules increases my energy consumption, but I'll just build more solar panels, or I'll build more, steam engines, whatever I need. So I'm good to go. All right, what I'm looking for is my armor. For power armor, I need armor crafting 3. For armor crafting 3, I need the speed module. So let's research the speed module. I want to get into my modular armor as soon as possible. A lot of people don't know what to go for. You probably don't know. The important thing when you start dealing with combat and stuff is to get into modular armor as soon as possible, mainly because modular armor will make you strong enough to where you can very carefully use the laser approach mode if necessary to kill the other worms and the biters. You have to kill their nests, the spawners, and their spawners will drop the little purple alien artifacts. You then use those alien artifacts, you can convert them into, which we can't yet, but you can convert them into the purple science pack or whatever. And the purple science pack is what you will end up using the most of later in order to research. It's just ridiculous how many of them you use. But each alien artifact, single one of them gives you 10 of the alien science packs. So it's not so bad. Where we need all these different materials to make one of these little red potions, we go kill one base, and usually a base will drop between 3 and 7 of the alien artifacts. So that's between 30 and 70 of these science packs. So it's a bunch. It works out, and it's not so bad. This game, the curve that you will find is between your power armor and your modular armor. That's where the real curve is in this game. The faster you can get to the defender modules, I think those are the ones that I'm thinking of. There's some modules that are just, they're insane. And let's find them. Let's find them. Construction robots, explosives, combat robotics. Okay, it's not the defender capsule. It is this one. No, it's not the distractor. It is that one, the destroyer. The destroyer capsule. As soon as you can get to this one, get to this one, because this one is a game changer. I know it requires 300 of those, so you have to get 30 of those science packs. On top of that, you had to have learned all of these, 1 and 2, which require military 3, which is blue. So red, green, and blue, up through military 3, and then you can go up through military 3, which is red, green, and blues, and then you can learn this one and this one, which is still just red, green, and blues. So you can have all this, you can be researching all of this, and then work your way into combat robotics. Combat robotics allows you to learn, it allows 8 follower robot count, and it also gives you the destroyer capsule. Every destroyer capsule you make, you throw it down, and it uses 4 distractor capsules and 1 speed module to make. But when you throw it down, it makes 5 destroyer robots that protect you. Now, I can have up to 8, but that can then be increased, as you see here. The follower robot count increases the follower robot count bonus. It is not just one more robot. It's actually compounded by how many you already have. I think I have it at like 11 or so on my other game, and that allows me to have like 34 extra robots. And basically what I'll do is you put it in your hotbar and you use it, and it makes 5 little robots appear for every one you throw down. Well, and it over here, down here on the bottom, next to your tab, will tell you how many you have. If it's a white number, you can throw another one down. When it turns green, that means you've got the maximum out. So you look and see how much your maximum is. I don't know how to figure the math on it. I've never paid too much attention. I just keep throwing them until it turns green. When it turns green, I see, all right, 34. That's how many I can have from now on. And it'll have a number down there, how many you actually have. And you go and then you fight stuff. We will get into modular armor here pretty soon, and when we do get into modular armor, of course that episode will be labeled modular armor. We will build the modular armor, and I will show you all of the different devices and stuff that you can put in it, which are all down here. You've got portable fusion reactors, solar panels, batteries, exoskeleton equipment. You've got this little personal laser defense, which is garbage. Don't bother with it. You've got discharge defense, again, garbage. But, you know, you can use these. And then you've got energy shields and Energy Shield Mark II. All of these things are pieces that go into your modular armor, into your power armor, and into your power armor 2. Now, the only difference between modular armor, power armor, and power armor 2, other than the fact that they have a higher defense, as you can see there, the durability on basic modular armor is 10,000. If you go to power armor, the basic is durability is 15,000. The durability is 20,000. That's how long it goes before you have to repair it. Now that we can repair stuff, it's not a big deal. I don't know if you can repair armor, but we will see. Now, if you also look there, to make the Power Armor Mark II, you need 50 of the alien artifacts. That's the hard part. Once you get this one, which only requires 10, you know, you can make the Power Armor. You can deck it out the grid size, 7 by 7. What that is when you click on the armor, it opens up a grid. Kind of pretend this is your grid. Each of these are a certain size, and you can put so many of them in that grid depending upon how big the grid is. And this is, I think, two blocks. It's just like this. It's 2 blocks. And if you've got a 7 by 7 grid, just like we're seeing here, that means that you've got this much space or so to put it in. So you could put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batteries, and then you could put in, you know, a couple personal laser defenses, and then you could put in a portable solar panel because you need that to recharge the batteries. Put in a few of them because I think they're only like 1 block or 4 blocks. And then you could put some other stuff in there, night vision goggles and some shields, but you have to research all this stuff first. But all of that stuff goes in, and that gets really cool. So I can't wait till we really start doing that, because that's really neat stuff. And it all affects you. Like the mechanical thing lets you run faster. The what was we going to learn after this right there? Armor crafting 3. Yeah, that gives us our basic modular armor right there. So let's do that, and then we'll go into the robotics. And it also allows all of this stuff, which is the parts that you put in it. Now you can't do the reactor. You don't get it until you reach to do that. But so let's go into, where's it at? Wait, there it is, right there. Basic modular armor research. We're going to research basic modular armor. There we go. So we might even have it in the next couple episodes. Outstanding. But anyhow, we have done basic accumulator stuff. We have done a bunch of solar power. Talked a lot about the tech tree. Really? Oh, I didn't show the base after I finished last. So notice I've come around. I haven't quite completed it. I still need more walls to double up these walls. But look at all this. See all these little lasers? I do need to move these up. I will advance these out to being 15 turrets. But right now I wasn't too worried about it. And I've got them, as you can see here on the map. They go all the way around. I've got them all the way around. And what I did here was I looped out because I plan to hit that iron mine. I plan to mine into that eventually. Not yet, but I will eventually mine into that iron. And, you know, so I wanted to keep it inside. That way it would be protected. So there we go. And I've defended my base now. It's under defense. I still need a bunch more of these guys. I know that. What do I need to make them, though? It's going to be under here. I need a bunch of electronic circuits. Now, I went up here and I ganked every electronic circuit that I have just to make them. So let's try it again, see what happens. Come on, bring them to me, baby. Bring them to Daddy. All right, let's get down. Good gosh. The controls mess with you sometimes. A little bit higher. I didn't want to grab all those, though. Grabbing gears, I'm grabbing these, I'm grabbing that. Let's just run all the way up. Oh. And with all that I just grabbed, I can make 6. So 5. And we're going to need, I'm sure it's iron plates. No, we've got iron plates. Copper plates, copper plates. It's all right. We hardly ever use any copper plates. In fact, I still haven't put in my extra copper making guys because I can't seem to use the copper fast enough. It's always backed up. So there's another 30. 25. Let's grab some more. I want to get a bunch of them up. That way they support all my turrets. It's 4. I'm sure I need some of these. Yep, 5. Electronic circuits. Oh, wow, it's trying to make them. Never mind. I wish you could turn that off. That would be really awesome if you could turn that off. You know, and tell it don't make anything. Ask me. But, you know, you do what you can do. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's another 20. All right, so we should have a bunch more now. Let's go put them down there. How many we got? We got 30, 40, 50 more. Okay, so let's go put them down. And then that'll be the end of this episode. And then in the next one, we will do modular armor maybe, because it looks like we're going to have it. So we'll make some, and then on top of that we will pick it up. We will further discuss what we were talking about a little bit ago about the things to put in, and I'll go over what each effect does, how it helps, pros and cons, all that other good stuff in the next episode. So come on, lay down. I need to go around that one. I probably should pick that one up, put another one over here, pick this one up, pick that one up, put that one back like so. And then that should be enough, because this is probably going to be all the... Oh, come on. Put them down right. Okay. 6, 5, 4, 1, 2, 1, and 1. Okay. So we just need to put some of these guys down. Let's see. What are these? Oh, okay, I guess it is that big. Alright, so yeah, there, 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 and there. Big one there, and there. I don't need it there, but I'm going to eventually, so I'm going to go ahead and put it there. And then what I'll do is I can pick this one up. And I can pick this one up, and I can pick this one up, and when I pick this one up, I can put it back down. It'll give me that fancy little square deal. Same thing for right here. All right, why is it all crooked? I got one somewhere where it shouldn't be. That's what it is right there, I'm telling you. All right. Yeah, there's something somewhere that shouldn't be there.
Research
oh, these are too close. All right, these two are too close. That's what it is. Actually, it needs to be right there, and then right there, and then we can get rid of that one and that one. I'm sorry, I just want it to look right. There we go. And we can get rid of this one. Or no, I was putting them there so that they were ready for later. And now they all work right. So now it's squares. Now I can just pile in 4 more, 4 more, 4 more, 4 more. Good to go. Let's see what my accumulator total is now. 500 kilojoules. So that's half a megawatt or megajoule. It's getting pretty good. Getting pretty good. All right, that's it really for this episode. I mean, we've put down some solar panels. We've tied them into our main power line. You can do these in separate series, the solar panels and the accumulators. Like if I wanted to have on my map out here, my mining setup, if I wanted that to be running off of solar panel and accumulators, I could run that off of panels and accumulators. I mean, it would require a bunch of accumulators and a bunch of panels, but I wouldn't have to run power over that then. I could build it on its own circuit. And then when I went and looked at it, when I went to one of its power lines and went like this, it would show me its electrical network, not this one. I mean, that's one of the cool things about the game, is that you can have your own separate different electrical networks to run different things, just like you can have different logic networks. But, you know, like I said, we're going to get into the modular armor. In fact, let's see. I will, oh, it's in war. What am I thinking? And I can make one right now, so we're going to make one real quick. Got to make me 5 of these speed modules. And I'm going to make the modular armor, and then I'm going to end the episode. I'm not even going to look into it. So that's it. All right, thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate it, and have a great day.